Well, it's a very good thing for Sri Lankan cricket because we all know how skillful Bumrah is, and I think he's one of the best bowlers. I love watching him bat. He's a technically sound, very good player on a good tracks. So it's a challenging series for him also to see on a turning track how he's going to perform.
I am next to a man who needs no introduction. He is known for his temperament and grit when he played international cricket. I am with none other than Hashan Tillakaratne. He was part of that World Cup winning side for Sri Lanka. Hassan, welcome to Revsportz. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Uh, can you just talk us about how are things going now?
Well, Devabish, I was working for Sri Lanka cricket for about 7 to 8 years. Then I took a break and I went to Bangladesh and I was there for about 3 years. I was coaching their national side, national women's team. Then I wanted to take a break from professional coaching. Then I went to USA. I was working in Seattle for about 1.5 years. Then I wanted to take a break. Then I came to Sri Lanka for a holiday. So far, it's been very good. I'm enjoying those challenges.
Hassan, obviously, we'll just head straight into the series that is coming up between India and Sri Lanka. How do you see how big a setback will it be for India now that Jasprit Bumrah is ruled out for the series?
Well, it's a very good thing for Sri Lankan cricket because we all know how skillful Bumrah is, and I think he's one of the best bowlers in current day cricket. So uh, him not being there is a advantage of Sri Lanka, and also we can't take India lightly. There are some good players, and also if you see the Sri Lankan cricket right now, we are coming after a West Indies tour, and we have all the ingredients to go all the way. So I'm sure if they play to their potential, we could be victorious.
Yeah, and obviously, you mentioned about Jasprit Bumrah. Obviously, India have a Mohammad Siraj who has been who has done incredible things for India. So, uh, how are you looking forward to Siraj and how big a role can he play for India?
We can take him lightly. He has been bowling really well, and we know how good he is. And also especially with the old ball, he's been very challenging for the batters. I'm sure Sri Lankans are getting prepared themselves. Especially, we all know, especially when we play in our den, it's not easy to beat us. So especially goal, if it depends how the surfaces will cater you. But then again, I'm sure it's going to be a very challenging for India as well as Sri Lanka. But I'm sure, knowing our conditions and knowing our surfaces, Sri Lanka have the edge.
Yeah, obviously. Coming back to Indian batters, because you himself used to be a batter, and the current crop of Indian batters, do you think that because they had been in a lot of trouble when it comes to facing spinners in the loss against New Zealand and also the South Africa series that we lost at home? So, how big a threat will be the Sri Lankan spinner, especially someone like a Prabhat Jayasuriya?
Well, yeah, lately we have witnessed that they are not good against turning ball. So if you take uh, uh, New Zealand series as well as the South African series, uh, we saw how they toppled on a turning track. So especially, yes, it's challenging for them. We know, apart from few senior players, uh, some are making their debut. So I think, if you just go through their batters as well, and also their bowlers, if we prepare ourselves, and if we prepare ourselves for the challenge, we have very good chance because They don't have big names right now. The few guys are coming that are playing their first series in Sri Lanka. It's not easy. It's very difficult. If you ask an international player, Sri Lanka is the most difficult surfaces to play. So we all know that. So if depends on the surface that we are playing on. I'm sure as a Sri Lankan ex-cricketer, I'm banking on my side.
Yeah, obviously, you mentioned that few of the cricketers will be perhaps playing their first series, test series, I would say. The captain himself, Shubman Gill, he will be playing his first test series, and that too as a captain. But he has done well, means, for India. Means when it comes to the longer format, he is the captain of the test side. How do you see Shubman Gill, the batter?
Well, I love watching him bat. He's a technically sound, very good player on a good tracks. So it's a challenging series for him also to see on a turning track how he's going to perform. So it's a challenging, and we'll see how it goes.
Obviously, India do have a KL Rahul who has the experience. What on Indian batting, Hashan?
Well, we all know they're very technically sound. They know how to play on in different surfaces. Uh, we respect them because I've been playing a lot of cricket against them. So from Gavaskar onwards, the technical part is so sound, and we can't take them lightly. But this is a new series, lots of new players playing, so it's not easy. You need experience to survive on turning tracks, especially in Sri Lanka.
Talking about turning tracks means what one expect that it will be a turner in Galle, because Galle has predominantly favored the spin bowlers. Obviously, there are fast bowlers in the likes of Mitch Stark who has done well. But overall, how do you see the conditions in Galle and of the challenge that the Sri Lankan spinners will pose against India?
Well, yeah, we all know it's turning, but as also the reverse swing is very much uh, always there in goal, because depends on the timing. So if you know the right time to bowl your fast bowlers, and the reverse swing also could be very lethal, especially in goal. Yeah, it's turning, but if you know the right timings, then you bowl your fast bowlers.
How big a setback will it be for Sri Lanka if Kushal Mendis is not fit enough to play the Test series?
Well, I personally think he's my best player right now. I'm sure he will be fit for the Test series. If he's not, then there will be a few guys uh, ready to get that Test cap.
Yeah, obviously, someone like a Lahiru Udara who has done tremendously well since he made his entry into international cricket. That series against West Indies, where he scored that big 180 odd. Obviously, he is having a great run in Lanka Premier League. So, Lahiru Udara as an opener, obviously, we would expect that Pathum Nishanka is also fit and available. But suppose if Nishanka is not there, do you pin your hopes on Lahiru Udara?
Well, he's a natural gifted player. If you see him bat, he plays his shots, and also lots of confidence behind him after that big 100 against West Indies. And also, you can't take Pathum Nisanka lightly. If you see him, he's also another technically sound player. So it depends how you play, especially on a turning track. Turning Playing on a turning track is very challenging. You should know how to play the spin, how to curb the spin, and play score at the wicket, all that. So it's nice to see if whoever who plays spin well will win the series.
Yeah, you talked about whoever who plays spin well. Obviously, India has in their ranks some quality spinners in the likes of Kuldeep Yadav. They have a Manav Sutar who has done well in his debut Test match. Then you have a Ravindra Jadeja, who is making a comeback after missing the Afghanistan Test match. So how do you see the Indian spinners and the challenge they will pose against the Sri Lankan batters? Obviously, is someone like a Dinesh Chandimal who has done well.
Yes, well, as I said earlier, we can't take those spinners lightly. Especially Jadeja is could be very handful uh, on Sri Lankan tracks because his pace and his variations and his experience counts a lot. And also Dinesh Chandimal's performances during last few years he has been very consistent. So I think he leads our batting unit. I'm sure it's going to be a very good tussle, a challenging tussle. So we'll wait and see.
Yeah. Hassan, I'll just keep it a couple more. Obviously, if you look at the Sri Lankan spinners, they have a Ramesh Mendis, they have a Prabhat Jayasuriya, Sonal Dinusha, Dhananjay De Silva. So, can you just talk us a bit about the Sri Lankan spinners? Means obviously, gone were the times when Sri Lanka produced great spinners. Means Muthaya Muralidharan or a Sanat Jayasuriya or a Rangana Herat. But do you think there's a dearth of quality spinners at the present in Sri Lanka?
Well, we can't, especially in a series like this, we cannot depend on bits and pieces. We have to play our best spinners. Right now, I think we have, apart from Jayasuriya, we have quite a few good spinners. So depends on the combinations. I'm sure they will go with one fast bowler and three spinners, or two fast bowlers, two spinners. But as I said earlier, we cannot, especially against India, we cannot depend on bits and pieces. But play our best spinners.
Talking about your career against India, one still remembers that 136 you scored against India at the SSC. And what an incredible knock it was. In fact, there were four centurions for Sri Lanka in that particular test match.
Well, yeah, that's history. Yeah, we always enjoy the challenges against India. So they always it's very competitive, both teams. But cricket is moving so fast. We have to move with the timings, and I'm looking forward to this test series.
Yeah, and Hashan, award on Lanka Premier League. Obviously, this is the sixth season. How do you see it as the platform for young players here in Sri Lanka?
I'm very positive about the LPL, but there again you have to come out with some few things that you need to attract the foreign players, and also a good ROI would be more interested in bringing in good sponsors. And also very good, I think, if we are going to challenge the world cricket, we have to have a T20 tournament in Sri Lanka. So it's all about making it more attractive.
So that was Hashan Tillakaratne exclusively for Revsportz viewers. So we will be bringing you more such interviews in the lead up to the test series. Thank you, Hashan, for giving your
Thank you very
time.
much.
So it was a pleasure talking to Hashan Tillakaratne. So keep watching Revsportz to more such updates.
For India's best multi sports coverage, your platform is one, and that's Revsports. So, like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I think by now you know that we will be everywhere in different parts of the world and bring you on ground reportage. As I said, your best multi sports coverage on Revsports, your favorite destination.